I'm happy to welcome back Connie Canaday Howard, who's here to tell us more about BTE's production of Season's Greetings. Welcome, Connie.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to be back on campus?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Normal?
Yeah. I've needed to be here for several events. So the first couple times when there were lots of cars in the parking lot, it was weird.
Was it?
I was like, I'm late to class. But yeah.
So tell us about Season's Greetings.
Season's Greetings is by Alan Ayckbourn, and it's considered one of his classic pieces. So Ayckbourn is often compared to Neil Simon in the United States. He's UK's, one of UK's premier comic writers, primarily. And it was first written in 1980, and it premiered at his theater, at the Stephen Joseph Theater, and with his ensemble. And then they moved for a 2-week run on the West End. And it was pretty successful, actually, but he felt that in a larger theater it lost some things, so he rewrote it the next year, and it premiered the next year. And since then, it's become one of his most produced pieces around the world.
Is there a show that we might know, recognize that he's written, or?
Communicating Doors, Absurd Person Singular, it's so many, and I'm not thinking.
But he's a comedy writer.
Correct.
Fun.
Witty, UK comedy, right?
Right.
But witty. So, and Season's Greetings sort of becomes so ridiculous in moments that it becomes farce. It's not a farce, but there are moments that are farce. So it's just
like real life.
Yes,
at the holidays.
It spirals out of control, and it's fun. So
what I think we need to acknowledge is usually you don't normally do a Christmas show for BTE.
No.
And with Warhol coming and the way the load-in comes in, we compressed it and asked you to move your time slot, which you were gracious to do, and we thought, let's try the Christmas show, which I'm actually excited about a Christmas show because people love to go out during the holidays. So for BTE fans and fans at home watching, who is this appropriate for? Is this a family show?
No. Okay. It's really not a family show.
Can you bring mom and dad?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It's it's sort of typical UK humor. So certainly high school.
Okay.
My kids probably would have seen it in elementary school, but my kids saw everything. So most people would say high school. Some parents may be okay with it with junior high age.
Okay. But there's no nudity, right?
There's no nudity. There is
language.
Really light language. It's really sort of about the tensions that happen in the family, and there is an almost tryst that happens. It gets aborted, but there's an almost tryst that happens under the Christmas tree, actually, and a hilarious puppet show. But we never actually see the puppet show. We see him setting up to do this elaborate puppet show that he does every year and bores everybody with. This is the uncle that never had kids, and he spends hours working on this puppet show, and it's hysterical. Last year was, which we never saw, of course, was Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, and he had all 40 thieves. And so this year everybody's going, what is it? And it's the 3 little pigs, and they're like, only the 3 pigs then? And he said, yeah, and their families and their wives and families, and they're like, oh. So we see the lead up to that, and he does that for the children. One of the conceits of the play is that we hear about the children, and they're evident in the house, but we never see them. We see the adults who really sort of become children in their interactions with each other. I have 2 sisters, and and we love each other deeply, but I can vouch for the fact that sometimes you sort of resort back to childhood
roles.
Yeah, and silly things, particularly over extended amounts of time. And this is 4 days. It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the next day after. So they're tripping over each other in this house. So
how many families?
Let's see, it's Neville and Belinda's house, and they have 2 kids we never see, and then Patty and Eddie who join them, who are friends, and they have 3 kids that we never see, and then Neville's sister and brother, and Belinda's sister and Neville's uncle. So it's 9 adults.
Oh, it's a big cast.
Yeah, and then the 5 kids we never see. So, and the writer who comes to join Rachel, he's one of the 9, who sort of is the mysterious, attractive, new best-selling actor that everybody is sort of tripping over themselves about.
So it's about a family at the holidays,
yes,
basically,
yes,
and all the antics that ensue
yes,
leading up.
Yes.
So it's what I like about this is it's something totally different.
Yes.
This isn't your typical, Christmas Carol,
right,
Nutcracker, which
right,
we're doing and are great, But we always have our traditional,
right,
and this is kind of fun because it's something
right,
fresh and different that you haven't seen before, and it makes me want to see it.
Sure.
Because I'm like, we all want a new holiday story,
right?
Right.
Right.
We love our traditions, but it's fun to have something different.
And even these people, who have these moments of this, nothing lasts very long. It moves very quickly, but it really is, they choose to spend the holiday together. They're not
Sure.
forced. They love each other. So ultimately, it's a loving, dysfunctional family. So.
Like everyone.
Yes. Yes.
But what you were saying about when families come together, I always say this with my sister. When my sister comes into the play, because she's older than I am, it's like the pecking order changes, right? Everything changes
yes,
when she's there. Or my brother then comes in and she's still in charge, then my brother, then, and then my niece, and then the dog. I got nobody really under me. But it's funny how the pecking orders change.
Yeah.
And they stay in that family dynamic,
yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah.
It just kind of stays.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So when do you start rehearsing?
Wednesday, 2 days from now.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I've been chomping at the bit, and I think everybody's been sort of chomping at the bit. I've been getting emails and texts, and so it should be fun.
What's your process like? So what's first week like?
Well, first, it's going to be slightly different on this because it's fast and furious. We open on the 17th with a preview. So I always pre-block, but I never give the pre-blocking. And we move through, and then I fix things as it happens. But if we get in a tough place, I can refer back to what I had thought about. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's like directing a farce, and it's a big, big, beautiful set. So I am doing pre-blocking. So the first rehearsal is a read-through and talking through research, et cetera, et cetera. And then Thursday, we're up and we're working, we're blocking. So by the end of the first week, it will be rough blocked, but we'll have the first act rough blocked. So, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
How many weeks is your rehearsal period?
It's the 5th week is tech and opening. So technically 5, but really 4 before we start.
Right, because 5, you're not talking acting, you're talking getting your light and where's this chair go, and my costume doesn't fit.
Right. And coordinating there are mechanical toys that go off at the wrong time, and lights and sound for the Christmas tree, because Neville is an inventor of sorts, and so one of his presents for his kids on Boxing Day is the lights and the sound at a decibel level keeps going off, and it interrupts people at different moments. And Uncle Harvey's retired as a security guard. He was a security guard for 37 years, so he thinks the whole world is going to shit. Excuse my language. And do I need to redo that?
No, we're on cable. We're all good.
And so he's prepared for the attack, and everybody's going, watch out for Harvey. And so, it'll be fun.
So the logo of the show is like a bomb. Looks like an ornament's a bomb if you look closely. Mm-hmm. Is there a bomb in the play?
No.
Okay.
They think there might be a bomb.
All right.
They hear a ticking and they can't find the ticking. And it's a present that Uncle Harvey has given to one of the adults that he really wants to needle. So every year he gives him something that's just going to drive him crazy. And it's, I won't give it away, but it's something that is meant to drive Bernard crazy, who's the guy who's made the puppet show.
Okay.
So.
Maybe you should hide his puppets.
Yes. Well, he does at one point. He sort of protects them from somebody sitting on them because he's put hours into these marionettes, you know. So anyway.
Well, it sounds awesome, and we can't wait to see it. Thanks for coming on and talking about it to us.
Thanks for having me.
So be sure to catch Buffalo Theater Ensemble Season's Greetings, opening November 17th. For tickets or more information, visit atthemac.org.